Edufade is here, and I want to walk you through a quick video talking about how I got 200 light so quickly. Obviously, it's from doing the legendary campaign on a couple characters, but also I think this is a really good way of getting a lot of light really quickly if you don't play all characters or you just want to play one character. But another really good thing about this is that you are going to be able to get some of the new weapons and armor, specifically like the new gear set armor like Bushido, and also the arc rocket grenade launcher, the micro missile frame grenade launcher, the arc one that everyone wants. This is the new arc grenade launcher, just like Mountaintop. So if you want that, you're going to want to go into the portal. I know everybody hates the portal. I am not the biggest fan of the portal, but the portal, as of right now, as of the recording of this video, is very, very highly worth going after and doing. Currently in the portal, if you go to Pinnacle Ops is going to allow you to earn some high tier good loot all the way up to above 200. The reason I am already above 200 in a lot of these slots, this is on my third character, but I did maybe a couple runs, and a lot of the army is dropping at 200 plus. So if you want to be able to do this as well, you're going to want to go into the Pinnacle Ops portal. Obviously, this is going to require you to have at least a little bit of light, but trust me, if you just do this, you're going to be able to have a pretty solid time farming really quickly. So in Pinnacle Ops, there's three options. You have Encore, the exotic mission, you have Kells Fall, and you have the Whisper. Obviously, when you hover over it, it has like a timer that they think is going to take to get it done. I would imagine there's also like the modifiers are going to increase that timer. So you have Encore, which can be kind of fun, can be kind of easy to do. There's also Kells Fall and Whisper. You're going to want to pick Kells Fall. Kells Fall says it's going to be 25 to 30 minutes. However, with these modifiers, you're going to just be able to put on the eager edge, and the three people are just going to zoom through this in 6 to 7 minutes. If you're going slow, 8 to 10 minutes, and you are going to just destroy this mission. Now, the reason you want to do this also is that you're going to earn a lot of loot that's going to bump your power level up dramatically, especially if you have like one character, you've done the campaign, it's like 100 or something. You're also going to get the new weapons. You're also going to get the new armor with the gear set, so you can farm it as well. You're going to have to put on some modifiers because obviously you have the whole customization option now. So this is very, very simple. You're going to pick Expert. It's going to start you off obviously with a rewards rank of bronze. There's only two things you're going to need to put on. This is very, very simple. You're going to put on a challenge modifier, and that's going to be Screeber and Caltrops. This is just going to allow you to have a modifier that's going to increase your rep, increase your reward. This is irrelevant. You're going to be flying past all these enemies. They're not going to really be affected your run at all. I've done a fair amount of runs just in this day, and just put this on. Is going to increase your score. Obviously, you're going to also see that you're going to get the Pinnacle Op Gear Tier 1, which is going to give you a increase in your light level, and you're going to get a couple drops every single run. You're going to also go down to player stakes. So one is for challenge modifiers, one is for player stakes. And then you're going to simply put on equipment locked activity. We all have done content where our equipment is locked, so this is nothing out of the ordinary. Put that on. That is all you need to worry about. Obviously, this is going to get you up to 208. Well, for me, currently 208 plus power level Pinnacle's gear with tier 2 as well. So a lot of my weapons that I've been getting have the double already enhanced perks, which is very nice. So if you do get a weapon that you like, you're going to get it with I think I got an Outrageous Fortune with enhanced Envious Arsenal and enhanced Incandescent. Just, for an example. I also got one with an Envious Arsenal and Explosive Light for another one, for example. That's it. You literally pick those two things. You don't want to pick a Surge. You're not going to need a Surge. And you just go over the little modifier, go over the rule modifiers just to make sure you have those things. And you just launch it. You'll see you have that score. And this is not going to take 30, 40 minutes. Now, I know what you're probably asking. A lot of people are probably suggesting that you should run Encore, especially because of it having the additional drops. And to that, I say, while it does have more drops, those drops are not going to be dropping as quickly and as efficiently as it will in Kells Fall. Kells Fall obviously will only have, I believe, 2 drops, whereas Encore has 4. So per run, you are going to get more drops per run with Encore than you will with Kells Fall. However, if Kells Fall is only taking you about 6 to 8 minutes and you get those 2 drops, but Encore is taking you anywhere from 15 minutes or more and you get those 4 drops, then there's honestly no reason to be doing Encore when you could be doing Kells Fall and having a guaranteed chill farm session where you have pretty much a 100% success rate. And even if you have a friend or someone that's not comfortable farming, or someone that's new to the game, or someone who just doesn't really feel comfortable doing like speed running, all they have to do is put on Lord of Wolves. If they are comfortable doing Eager Edge, put on the Eager Edge. And you don't even really need to run any super specifically. A lot of times I would highly recommend just having a weakening super, like a tether, because you're going to just pop a tether, pop a well. If you have a Titan, just put on T-Crash. You're going to shred through all the bosses you have to destroy. Nova Bomb is also nice as well, but none of those are necessary because Lord of Wolves is going to demolish all of the bosses in this activity. So you have a very fast run. No one's going to wipe unless you are just having a really silly time or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have like a very easy time just doing these runs over and over and over. You're not gonna be fighting any tanky enemies, and you're gonna have a very high success rate. I know I keep hammering on that, but just try Kells Fall. You might not get as many drops per run, but you're gonna get those drops significantly more often, and you're gonna increase your time in an activity as far as drops. Now, if you're someone who's doing all of the skips and Encore and you are just absolutely demolishing and your team is in a flow state and you're getting through these, Encores in like 10 minutes, then obviously you're going to be in a much better situation farming Encore. But if you ever do a run and your team is just getting cooked, or the LFG players are just getting cooked, or you just are not having a good time and you're not really consistent, then just go do Kells Fall. If you really want to farm this, Bushido armor or all the armor sets, if you want to farm the weapons, if you're trying to farm all the roles, it's more important being efficient than just trying to get the most per run, especially if you're not getting a clear every single time. I'm not sure how long these are going to be the appropriate Pinnacle ops, so as long as Kells Fall is an option, I would highly recommend finding you 2 LFG players and sitting here for as long as you can, boost your power level up to the cap, and get as many drops of all of the God Roll armor pieces and weapons that you can get. As always, I truly appreciate you all so much for showing up to every single video and watching them. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.